Hey Youtubians, it's Tony here from We Try Anything, Channel Likes Try Anything, so you don't have to. What we're going to have a look at today is we're going to have a look at a Casio watch from the ever-growing range of Casio watches that we seem to be collecting on the channel. And this one is it's an analog one. I know we've done digital analog Casios before, but this one's it's just more analog with the date. So what we're going to do is the usual look around the watch. We're going to talk about the materials that are used on the watch. Obviously, I'll give you a few sizes or approximate sizes just for you to consider, and then any kind of if there's any specification or any features of the watch that we've gleaned from our ownership of it. And then what we're going to then do is give you our kind of a verdict and conclusion on the watch. So pop it on our wrist and then say what it's like to wear and own, really, and if it's something worth considering. So no further ado, to kick things off, as you can see, here it is in its entirety. This is the CASIO HDA-600. Now in this one, this is the 600B. So what you'll notice, if you look on the Amazon link below, is that this watch is missing its little, there's like a little metal kind of thing that goes around this watch. Now this one was purchased, I will be honest, it was purchased from eBay, just purely because I wanted to feature something that was a bit more, I don't know, classic looking on the channel, as opposed to the usual digital affairs that I have. And I just thought, you know, is it a kind of a watch I'm going to wear every day? I'm not sure. So just to try it out, as I say, I bought it on eBay, so hence why that's missing. But if you look here, I popped a little picture just to show you what it would look like if you was to say buy it new from Amazon. Now, just to kick things off, as you can see, it is a very classic looking watch, and this watch is encompassed in resin. It's got a resin case to this watch, which is a width of a diameter of 37 millimeters, approximately, I'm guessing from side to side, really. The actual case thickness is approximately 12. I did measure it, and also it's about 68 grams in weight. I mean, it's not heavy by any stretch of the imagination, but then, you know, it's not super lightweight. The actual glass, or the dial window as I'm told it's called, is it says it's mineral, and it does feel kind of glass, but on this model here, you will see some little kind of little blemishes, really, or little kind of scratches. Now that's another reason why I sometimes buy from eBay, because I just want to show what this watch or watches or anything that I feature on the channel, what it's been like being used and worn, so you get an idea of how these kind of things wear. Hence why everything's not brand new. Now, as I say, this one, it is got a sorry, I'll just finish off the actual resin band. As you can see here, it's quite thick, you know, it's thickish. It is a 17 millimeter approximately wide resin band, which also features the obligatory plastic buckle with the Casio emblazoned on there, as well as there. And you know, in total, just looking at the watch, just to talk about the design of the watch, as well as the stainless steel back, which on this one has a module number of 2719. Now, it is a classic looking watch, and I do like the actual way it looks, really. I mean, it is classic in the affair of there's no complications, or there's no kind of, it's not like a chronograph where there's loads of other little dials here. And also it does feature the date as well, so you know, it's quite useful in the way it looks. Now, as well as the white dialed version, there is also a dial version which has got a black dial to it, which I'll just pop a little picture here. So if the white dial's not to your liking, then there is an option for you to choose on Amazon. So, you know, it is not a bad looking watch, really. Well, I do like the look of it. It does have that kind of classic look to it. The only thing I'm just not too sure of, I wish they made, I mean, it does look good just to signify the hand being in the red, but you know, when you look at the actual lume, which kind of glows in the dark, the glow in the dark paint that's on there here, I mean, obviously it's around the actual the kind of digits here, but it is quite a small little area for the hour hand. So, you know, you may find this watch a little bit hard to read, I don't know, at a distance. I mean, I can see it straight away, you know, it's coming up to 5 to 1. But, you know, in the dark, it might not be the easiest kind of watch to read. So, you know, each to their own, really. But just looking around the watch, as I say, it's quite a classical looking watch. There's no real other, you know, like in a lot of my videos I talk about the specifications, show you how to use bits and pieces of it, but in this one all it is just an analog watch. There's nothing special to it. There's no alarms. There's nothing. The only complication it has got is the date, which for me, if I was wearing an analog watch, I find that a must really. Now, I have popped instructions down below for this module number, so you can just see how to use it really. Other than that, really, that's the watch. It is a nice looking watch, but to me, the only thing I'm not sure of on this watch is the size. Now, it's not so much the size of or the width of the actual resin case in such. It's more the actual size of the dial. I just wish that I could put it in Photoshop and just go a little bit bigger, just say something to just the kind of just about that big, and that to me would be a watch that is not a watch that I would think it's for a child really, or maybe a lady who likes to, you know, use it for kind of being outdoors and more rugged affair really. But as I say, you'll probably see that more when I pop it on my wrist really, because, you know, as I say, it's not the biggest watch in the world in terms of kind of the dial, but the actual kind of case around it is quite thick. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly pop it on my wrist, and then you can just get an idea of how it looks, and I'll just give you kind of a verdict really, or a conclusion as to say what I think about this watch. Right then, that's what it's like on the wrist, and I've got to say, I mean, it does look good. I really do. I've always liked kind of watches with a white dial face to them, or sorry, a watch face. And, you know, the dial on this is really, I do find it easy-ish to read. You know, I don't struggle to read the time off it. You know, if I just quickly, you know, you can see it. I mean, obviously, I do like the way the red kind of contrasts against the other hour hand, but I do kind of wish that, I don't know, it's just, as usual, they were a little bit bigger, but that, you know, that's my personal preference really. And the same with the watch face really. I wish that was just kind of comes to the outer part here as opposed to where it is now. But other than that really, I mean, it is a watch that, you know, if I bought this for my son, I would imagine it'd be great for him to learn to tell the time. You know, it's rugged and stuff like that. You know, it'll get bashed about if it's a child using it. And I'd say, you know, it's a good watch for that. For me, I mean, I will wear this watch, and I have worn this watch a little. You know, it just obviously for this review, and it is comfortable to wear. There's nothing pinching or trying to, you know, kind of pulling in on my hand. And it does wear really well, and as I say, it's got that very nice contrast, classic look to it. And you know, I do like the look of it. I really do. I'll go admit. And I'll be honest with you, I prefer the look of it without them metal bands, because I just think it just detracts from the actual kind of clean look to this watch. But you know, obviously, you can take, if you bought the watch yourself, you can probably take the bands off. So would I buy this watch? Personally, you know, if I was to buy it brand new, if it was for my son, or maybe for my wife, if she wanted something that she can just, you know, use to wear in the, you know, the usual garden, washing cars, running about and stuff, then, you know, I would say yes. And personally, that was probably the reason why I bought this used off eBay, because, you know, I wasn't sure of the look of the watch or how the sizing of it. And I don't know, the more I get to wear it, the more, you know, I do like the actual look of the watch really. So yeah, I would, but it would have to probably be the way I bought it here, which would be used. So, but you know, if you are thinking of maybe something like this but brand new, then please, you know, look at my links below. You know, there is one for the black version, and there's one for this white one here, and it is a good looking watch. And you know, it might be something that, as I say, for a Christmas present or a birthday present for, you know, one of your kids, or maybe, you know, for your wife, she's into a bit of adventure sport and stuff like that. Or maybe just for yourself, if you want that little classic look, daily driver watch, then you're not bothered about getting damaged and stuff like that, then, you know, this might be the watch for you. So I hope you liked the review, and if you did, then give it a cheeky thumbs up. It always helps the channel. If you want to see more kind of watches, technology and all sorts of stuff coming from the channel coming up soon, then please click on the old subscribe below. It always helps. And thank you for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.